Jeremy had never seen his fishing rod bend this far. After battling the fish for over 20 minutes, he finally hauled it ashore. It was a gilded catfish, and Jeremy struggled to lift it, but this wasn't his target. Jeremy was searching for a monster capable of swallowing a man whole. During Amazon fishing season, fishermen are extremely busy, and their nets often snag on underwater rocks. To avoid tearing the nets, they must dive in to untangle them. This time, however, things didn't go smoothly. A fisherman jumped into the water and vanished without a trace for 4 hours. Only then did they spot a massive fish thrashing nearby. When they hauled it out of the water, they discovered the fisherman had been swallowed whole, with only his legs protruding. What kind of ferocious creature could swallow a grown man in one gulp? From photographs, Jeremy deduced it was likely the piraiba, the largest species of catfish in the Amazon. Intrigued by this monster, he visited his old friend Julio, who had once caught a 211-pound piraiba. Julio produced his long-sealed bait, a special lure the piraiba adored. The smell nearly knocked Jeremy over. Piraiba are incredibly powerful fish that hunt near dusk. Julio also gave Jeremy a dagger, instructing him to cut the line if confronted by a massive piraiba to save his life. Jeremy cast the bait into the river, using a large bucket as a float. This spot marked the confluence of the Negro and Solomon's rivers, where differing temperatures, currents, and sediments created two distinct watercolors. It was an ideal ambush point for giant catfish. Yet by nightfall, Jeremy had caught nothing. Thunder rumbled on the horizon, and he certainly didn't want to fish with a carbon fiber rod under lightning. To play it safe, Jeremy decided to head back. He analyzed that the proximity to the bustling city was the main reason for the lack of fish. Therefore, he resolved to venture deep into the rainforest first thing tomorrow morning. He would seek out a massive piraiba in waters far removed from human civilization. This is a 90-pound red-tailed catfish, one of the Amazon River's top predators. But Jeremy discovered a terrifying creature inside its mouth. Never underestimate these unassuming little fish. They burrow into the mouths or gills of larger fish, sucking the host's blood until they die. Even humans would turn pale at the thought of encountering them. 11 years ago, Silvio was swimming in the Amazon River. Suddenly overcome by the urge to urinate and seeing no one around, he relieved himself in the water. This seemingly harmless act would haunt him forever. The kangaroo fish mistook his urine for a substance found in fish gills. Silvio felt excruciating pain in his lower body. The following description is unsuitable for display. Use your imagination. He rushed to several hospitals, but doctors declared themselves helpless. Finally, at a hospital in downtown Manaus, a team of surgeons spent over 2 hours extracting the kangaroo fish. With Silvio's consent, the hospital preserved the creature in a local biological laboratory, where it remains to this day. The lab curator explained to Jeremy, beyond the kangaroo, an even more terrifying parasitic fish exists, the Cetopsidae. Though similarly diminutive, their behavior is exceptionally vicious. They burrow directly through human or animal skin into the body, devouring all internal organs. What remains is merely an empty shell, with wounds resembling bullet holes. This horrific creature deeply intrigued Jeremy. In Brazil, locals revel in street parties and drinking every weekend. Some, heavily intoxicated, jump into rivers to cool off. It is then that Cetopsidae strike, biting through skin numbed by alcohol to burrow inside. Bodies arriving at morgues are often riddled with holes. Some corpses even contained large numbers of living Cetopsidae. These photographs sent shivers down Jeremy's spine, yet the creature profoundly piqued his intense curiosity. Thus, Jeremy decided to temporarily slow his pursuit of the giant piraiba and head to a nearby river to witness these vicious creatures. Jeremy tied a dead fish to a rope and tossed it into the river. While searching for the man-eating giant catfish, he accidentally caught a kangaroo fish capable of burrowing into the human urethra. During his verification process, he unexpectedly discovered an even more terrifying parasitic fish species. These creatures can burrow into the bodies of humans and animals, devouring their internal organs, a behavior that is truly shocking. Intrigued by these creatures, Jeremy temporarily halted his search for the giant piranha to try catching some Cetopsidae. That evening, he eagerly pulled up the line, and sure enough, numerous Cetopsidae had burrowed into the fish's body. It was astonishing that such tiny creatures could completely devour an entire fish. Jeremy placed another dead fish in the water. Soon, several Cetopsidae were drawn to it, voraciously gnawing away in a feeding frenzy reminiscent of piranhas. The fish was quickly stripped bare. Though their behavior was brutally extreme, these creatures were indispensable to the Amazonian river ecosystem. Cetopsidae feed on the carcasses of fish and animals. This behavior effectively makes them the cleaners of the Amazon River. After witnessing 2 terrifying parasitic catfish, Jeremy returned to the main channel of the Amazon to continue searching for piraiba. Fish in the Amazon are notoriously aggressive, like this long-toothed payara that had swallowed a fellow fish nearly its own size. Thanks to the fishing guide's timely intervention, it was saved. This fish's ferocious feeding habits gave Jeremy a crucial insight. This time, he decided to use a double hook to catch the piraiba. Many anglers felt embarrassed upon seeing Jeremy's massive bait, as the fish they caught were smaller than his lure. As Jeremy cast repeatedly, the rod finally signaled a bite. Jeremy immediately seized the rod, initiating a fierce tug-of-war with the monster. The rod's extreme bend confirmed it was a colossal creature. After nearly an hour of intense struggle, Jeremy finally hauled the fish aboard the legendary piraiba, set to swallow humans whole. Its back resembled a shark's, devoid of scales. If its dorsal fin broke the surface, it would be nearly indistinguishable from a shark. Though already massive, this piraiba could still grow. If it reached over 7 feet, would it truly swallow a human whole?